across the South Coast, live from Solent University. You're listening to Solent Sports News.
Good afternoon and happy National Radio Day. It's 1 o'clock, I'm Sam Fryer and these are your latest headlines. Southampton face Leicester City at home tomorrow in the FA Cup. Saints correspondent Ewan Minns joins us live to tell us more.
Southampton and Leicester are playing each other for the second time this week, and there is no doubt that the game on Tuesday will be playing on both teams' minds. Saints came back from 3-0 down to win for the first time in their history, courtesy of a 96th minute Shea Charles winner. Leicester have now not won in 6, and coming into this game with no manager and off the back of a 6-point deduction, it's not a happy hunting ground for the Foxes, but they'll be looking to put their league struggles behind them and get back to winning ways in the FA Cup.
Perfect, thank you Ewan. Igor Thiago has just signed a new contract at Brentford until the summer of 2031, with a club option of a further year. The 24-year-old Brazilian has impressed with the Bees this season, netting an impressive 17 goals and 1 assist in 26 games. The managerial merry-go-round has begun. Nottingham Forest are set to appoint their 4th manager of the season, with former Wolves boss Vitor Pereira reportedly agreeing to replace the departing Sean Dyche. Roberto De Zerbi is the firm favourite to take over at Tottenham, whilst Crystal Palace and Manchester United could both be without a manager come the end of the season. Northern Ireland manager Michael O'Neill has been appointed Blackburn Rovers boss until the end of the season in a move that will see him juggle both roles. O'Neill will be assisted by former Saints midfielder Stephen Davis and Manchester United legend Phil Jones. O'Neill now has the task of keeping Blackburn in the Championship alongside preparing Northern Ireland for next month's World Cup playoff against Italy. UEFA referees chief Roberto Rossetti says VAR is becoming too forensic. Speaking at the UEFA Congress on Thursday, Rossetti added that a lot of work is needed to find a consistent interpretation on handball. Rossetti admitted that the technology works very well for factual decisions like offside, but subjective situations are leading to too many interventions. The Solent tennis team have reached the semi-finals of Bucks after they beat Cardiff Met University. Solent won the tie 4-2, which included a debut for sports journalism's very own Nathan Williams. There was more success for the Solent teams against Cardiff, as the Solent women's basketball team won 63-21 in a high-tempo match in front of a bumper crowd. The ladies dominated the game, securing their place in the semi-finals with their 42-point win. England travel north of the border to face fierce rival Scotland at Murrayfield as the Six Nations returns this weekend. Rugby correspondent Max Freeman is with us. Max, what are your predictions for Scotland versus England tomorrow?
Yeah, thank you very much, Sam. Scotland do need a win after a poor loss in what was poor conditions in Rome after losing 18-15. This has put massive pressure on head coach Gregor Townsend, who's been in the job for a while now, since 2017. And Scotland, many Scottish fans believe this is the best team they've had in years, but it's not proving the case anymore. I think England have too much strength for them. Captain Mara Toje is back in the side for a strong and in-form England team. I'm expecting a bonus point win as we do England fans. I'm expecting a good performance before next week's huge game against Ireland at Twickenham.
Thank you, Max. Well, yeah, hopefully England can pull through. We head into the second week of an exciting Winter Olympics game today. GB missed out on a chance to secure their first medal of the Games this morning as the men lost to Italy in curling. Absolute vintage Charlotte Banks, the snowboard cross former world champion, has just secured her place in the quarters with a clean run. At the T20 World Cup, the second game of the day is underway as the UAE are currently 125 for 4, having set a target of 151 by Canada. UAE opening batter Aryant Sharma is batting on 56, whilst lower order hitter Shoaib Khan is on 45. Both will be key to run the chase as 26 is needed from 14 balls. It's the NBA All-Star Game on Sunday, 2 USA teams versus 1 World team in a new round-robin format. Yet even with the addition of Team World, there are still no British players in the All-Star Game. Humphrey from stateside UK puts it down to a lack of grassroots basketball.
It has to start from the bottom up. Has to start from kids being exposed to the game, playing the game, going to these camps and this, that, and the other. Maybe they have to go all the way to the US and learn their trade that way as they're growing up, teenagers, stuff like that.
Find out more about the new All-Star Game format and British involvement in the NBA at 4 p.m. Welshman Gowan Price won his first night of this year's Premier League darts as he won in Antwerp. Price beat Marco van Goen 6-3 in the final. Glasgow is the next stop for the darts as we look towards Week 3 action. It's the last day of the first week of testing in Bahrain and drivers are starting to give their first impressions of the new era of regulations in Formula 1. Four-time title winner Max Verstappen and reigning world champion Lando Norris are on different sides of the fence when it comes to how the 2026 cars handle. Verstappen has said it is like Formula E on steroids, while Norris countered that by saying the cars are a lot of fun. The comments come a day after seven-time champ Lewis Hamilton said the new rules this year make Formula 1 ridiculously complex and none of the fans are going to understand it. On to tennis, and Canadian teenager Victoria Mboko beat Australian Open champion Elena Rybakina in the Qatar Open quarter-finals. Mboko trailed 2-4 in the decider but managed to win the final 4 games to take a 7-5, 4-6, 6-4 win that moves her towards the top 10 in the WTA rankings for the first time. The 19-year-old, who started the 2025 season ranked outside the top 3, has now beaten Rybakina twice. That's all from us this hour. I'll be back at 2.